Welcome to Novelish Universe, where pages come alive and story touch the soul. Step into a realm of sorrow and love and fate, where every word whispers emotion and every moment leaves a mark. Let your imagination soar. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for regular updates on new novels. Today, we begin a powerful journey with the novel Risking My Life, Proposing to Miss Hazel. The story begins now. Chapter 13. When Baron's face came close to mine, heat suddenly rushed up to my cheeks. This is why handsome men are dangerous. Just them getting close can feel threatening. What is this? Without even asking, he casually sat down next to me. His legs were so long, but even just leaning slightly while standing was enough for him to rest against the bar stool. I leaned back a little and asked cautiously, Mr. Rupert stepped out for a moment. What brings you here, Baron? It might be rude to say this, but Baron looks like the type who would drink whiskey instead of freshly squeezed milk first thing in the morning. Not just any whiskey either, something extremely expensive, like it comes in a purple velvet box. Beer or wine wouldn't suit him at all. The fact that I'm thinking such nonsense must mean my mind is a bit foggy. Strange. Can you get drunk on sweet coffee if you're really stressed? As if to explain that he hadn't come to drink, Baron lifted the magical tool set in his hand and gave it a small shake. I came to work. Thanks to you, Miss Hazel, I found a job quickly. Because of me? Yes. When I told them I bought the tool set from your general store, they were more than willing to give me work. I see. Not knowing what else to say, I tilted my glass and took another sip. My mouth still tasted sweet. I swallowed without even realizing. If Baron looks like that, he should at least have a bad personality to balance things out. But no, he even speaks sweetly, as if his tongue were coated in honey. Even the way he says my name sounds gentle. City people are troublesome. Unlike small countryside villages where people usually marry their first love, I've heard that city people date all kinds of men and women before marriage. For a hopeless romantic like me, who would never forget once I give my heart, the city is a cruel place. So even if my brother hadn't said nonsense about him being an assassin, I would still have to be careful around city men. He must have a lot of dating experience, right? Women would probably flock to him if he just stood still, and he's friendly too. Exactly the type to make his future wife suffer. I quietly moved away from him and added politely, Baron, it would be better if you didn't sit next to me. The villagers can be surprisingly mischievous. He tilted his head slightly, looking confused. Such a city reaction. If people see us sitting side by side here in day broadlight, by tomorrow there will be rumors that we're getting married. You'll end up in trouble for nothing. Oh. Even though I explained seriously, he didn't move an inch. It seemed like he thought I was joking. I'll say it again. This is the problem with city people. Baron, you're here. Just then, Mr. Rupert returned and called out to him. Only then did Baron get up from beside me. Uncle, perfect timing. I thanked Mr. Rupert with my eyes and took a big bite of my waffle. Vrrr. The magic drill spun in a circle. Blue mana flowed from the tip as it smoothly tightened the screws of the rusted hinge. The tool was a bit old and noisy, but its performance was excellent. Oh, as expected of magical tools. So precise. A regular tool would have broken it, but this is perfectly fixed. And your skills are impressive too, Baron. You flatter me. Baron smiled brightly, as if this was nothing, and pulled on the door to check it. The parts were still old, so it squeaked a little, but the door no longer hung crooked like before. Next was the gap between the wall and the ceiling. The old wood had shrunk, letting cold air seep through the cracks. Baron took out a magical sealing gun and filled the gaps with smooth, steady motions. The finish was so clean it rivaled a skilled craftsman. Mr. Rupert let out an impressed sound. You're better than I expected. Honestly, you look like a rich young master, so I doubted your skills. I'll recommend you to other shops. I'd appreciate that. The more work, the better. Ha! What a rare, diligent young man. He truly was. Baron worked seriously without slacking even once. Judging by how carefully he collected his wages, he would never let his wife and children go hungry. Very different from someone in my house. I wonder what my brother is doing. As my glass emptied, my anger faded and guilt slowly rose. Hazel, don't be too angry. Especially since earlier he had seemed like the brother he was before he became reckless. Kind, soft-hearted, like a unicorn. Mr. Felix. Back then, his world only had me in it. If I was happy, he was twice as happy. If I was sad, he was 4 times as sad. If we fought, he couldn't eat or sleep. So our fights never lasted more than a day. Even if it was my fault, he would always be the first to reach out and make peace. We would fight fiercely over trivial things, then hug and cry as we made up. Don't let the thorns stuck in each other's hearts fester. Pull them out every day and apply medicine with kind words. That was how we siblings survived leaning on each other. Regret slowly crept in. Thinking about Felix being discouraged made my heart ache. I shouldn't have gotten so angry. He would have understood if I had spoken kindly. No, he doesn't listen when you speak kindly, but hurting him doesn't make him understand. In the end, I know speaking gently is the answer. I sighed and made up my mind. He was in the wrong today, but I'll be the first to reach out and reconcile. I'm a mature and grown-up younger sister. Just as I stood up with that resolution, the world tilted. My stomach churned as if it were flipping over. My vision spun in circles. The floor and ceiling seemed to switch places as my body lost its balance and staggered. What is this? Wasn't what I drink coffee? My mind felt relatively clear, but my body refused to cooperate. I barely grabbed the wall and tried to move forward. Miss Hazel. I heard Baron's voice and my body collapsed into something hard and large. I squeezed my eyes closed, bracing for pain. Thud. But instead of hitting a hard wall, warm body heat enveloped my face. A scent like pine filled my nose. Are you all right? Huh? Baron's voice came from above my head, his strong arm wrapped around my shoulders. Have I lost my mind? The shock cleared my head instantly. Heat flooded my face. I tried to pull away, but my unsteady body wouldn't listen. If anything, the more I moved, the more I seemed to sink into his arms. And at all the times, that was when, creak, the repaired hinge let out a slow cry as the tavern door opened. Before I could even see who entered, goosebumps rose on the back of my neck. A chill, colder than winter wind swept into the tavern. The door shut, and a voice called my name. Hazel. It was my brother. Do you know how long I've been looking for you? His low voice made my heart drop. I hadn't done anything wrong, but I felt like confessing to a crime. My brother glared at Baron as if he was about to kill someone. His yellow eyes flashed like a demon. I forced my stiff tongue to move and barely managed to speak. Brother, don't fight. Mr. Rupert just finished repairing the tavern. Chapter 14. The sky was blue. The clouds were white. They looked like the meringue cookies Aunt Anna sometimes baked, stuck here and there across the sky. And for some reason, I was riding on my brother's back. People from the village who passed by asked him if Hazel was sick. My brother quickly said yes. But I wasn't sick at all. What is going on? Brother! What? Put me down. I'm not sick. No, stay still. His voice was unusually strict today, almost like he was scolding me. For the past 7 years, I think I've been the one scolding him. It felt strange having our roles reversed for once. And somehow, I kind of liked it. I wrapped my arms around his neck and buried my face against it. His ash-gray hair, the same color as mine, brushed softly against my cheek. The corners of his tightly closed lips curved slightly. What are you smiling about? You're smiling too. I'm not. I poked his cheek with my finger. A small dimple formed and seemed to gently catch my fingertip. You are. Ha, I can't deal with you. This is why I can't scold you. Why am I getting scolded? Did I do something wrong? Sleep a bit more and then we'll talk. Go to sleep. I don't want to. I'm not sleepy. You really. Don't ever go to Rupert's house again. I went there? Mr. Felix let out a helpless laugh. Is this what they call mirror therapy or something? I couldn't understand what he was talking about. I just felt really good. Maybe it was because my feet weren't touching the ground. The cool breeze brushing my cheeks and the familiar smell of the village felt especially nice today. Ah, I get it. The reason I'm so happy. I'm skipping work time. Of course I'm excited. Sometimes I want to live carelessly, like reckless Mr. Felix. I don't want to be diligent or hardworking. I just want to play with my brother like when we were little. I was even humming to myself, enjoying the strange little rebellion, when suddenly I remembered Felix looking discouraged earlier. Ah, the memory I had pushed aside came back. It was from this morning. Before I could stop myself, the words slipped out. Brother, I'm sorry. Felix looked at me startled, and the smile disappeared from his face. Suddenly? For what? I got angry, didn't I? I want to apologize first today. His eyebrows twisted slightly. After moving his lips for a while, he answered in a low voice. Why are you sorry? I'm the one who should be sorry. I'm sorry for being such a useless brother. Don't say that. You're not useless. Really? We look exactly the same. If you're useless, then I'm useless too. That's true. We both burst into soft laughter and let go of any lingering resentment. Apologizing first really is the best way to make up. As we got closer to home, his steps slowed a little. The house farthest from the center of the village, the most run-down one, the only shelter for two siblings with nowhere else to go. Looking at our house in the distance, he spoke softly. Did you really want to move that much? No, we'd have to sell 30,000 bottles of holy water dilution to buy a house. But I did get excited for a moment, thinking we might be able to buy it right away. Just wait a little. Forget 30,000. I'll let you live in a house that costs 300,000 bottles. Hazel, you'll wear only pretty clothes there and eat only delicious food. It sounded impossible. Sweet, unrealistic words. But I couldn't ignore them. Since long ago, whenever Felix decides something, he does it, no matter what it takes. I looked at my increasingly suspicious brother and warned him, I don't need that, so don't do anything dangerous, and don't let people take advantage of you. I won't get caught anymore. You're not even saying you won't do it? I don't want to lie to you. I am hiding something right now, but someday I'll tell you everything. Why are you hiding it now? You wouldn't believe me if I told you. Tell me. I'll try to believe you. His eyebrows curved mischievously. He half-lidded his eyes and spoke dramatically. A fairy came down from the sky and told me a secret that will pave your life with flowers. I have to follow what the fairy said. I wish you would at least put a little effort into your lies. See? You don't believe me. Then say something believable. He hummed and pretended not to care. I stared at his annoying face and asked quietly, But what's the point if only I walk on a flower path? What about you? Your flower path is my flower path. There wasn't even a moment of hesitation. A bright smile spread across his clear face like sunlight. It was the kind of full, contented smile of someone watching me walk that flower path. I couldn't say anything. For some reason, I felt like I might cry. Hazel, as long as you're happy, that's enough for me. After laying Hazel on the bed, Felix gently stroked her hair, the precious silver hair they had inherited from their parents. It was dull and faded now, but one day it would regain its true shine, like Hazel before she turned 7. Hazel, I'll soon put everything back where it belongs. As if making a vow, Felix muttered the words and lightly poked her cheek. At 22, his sister was as cute as a 2-year-old. She'd been the same at 12. It was as if 10 and 20 had simply disappeared somewhere. Her sleeping face looked like that of a 2-year-old, then like that of a 22-year-old. She really grew up looking exactly the same. He would never forget the moment he first held newborn Hazel in his arms. The soft, warm weight of the baby. She felt so fragile that he couldn't even hug her tightly. Hazel looks a lot like Mother, her abilities too. As memories flooded back, his eyes grew moist. He could almost hear his cheerful mother's voice. "Felix, is your sister really that pretty? I can't believe this small, noble, beautiful, precious life is my sister. It's like there are stars in her eyes. How can a person's eyes look like this?" "From where I'm standing, there are the same stars in your eyes, too." "No, my eyes are like a dull star about to fall from the sky. Hazel is a star that has just begun to shine. Even if they're both stars, they're completely different." He had been such a sister fool that even their parents shook their heads. Their mother often said raising children was easy thanks to Felix because of how much he adored his little sister. Those peaceful, beautiful days when the whole family was together, those memories now lived only in Felix's heart. When he was younger, even glimpsing fragments of those memories filled him with unbearable sadness. Now, he simply carried the longing quietly and continued living. "Hazel, I'll be back." He pulled the blanket up to her neck and slowly stood. His one and only sister was always pretty, but she was prettiest when sleeping. She'd been the same as a baby. A small, precious being he had to protect. To him, Hazel was always that tiny baby. Felix's face softened as he gazed at her, but the moment he stepped outside the house, his expression turned cold. Without his smile, he looked like a completely different person. The treasure should be safe. Maybe I'll check it one more time. After making sure no one was around, he went behind the hut. Between piles of straw and firewood was an old, long-dried well. It was dark and deep like an empty pit. Without hesitation, he jumped in. Thud. His jump was clumsy, but he landed lightly. The bottom of the well, once filled with groundwater, had become a maze-like cave. Felix's golden eyes gleamed. He moved confidently through the darkness where nothing could be seen. After a while, a faint red light seeped out from the end of the path. As he approached, he heard a sound like a heartbeat. Thump, thump, thump. A week ago, on the night of the full moon, he had risked his life in the territory of monsters to bring back a living, breathing red jewel. The key that would pave Hazel's life with flowers was now in Felix's hand. It won't be long now. Just wait a little, Hazel. The end. Thank you for wandering through today's tale in the novelish universe. If the story moved you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to join our growing realm of dreamers. Until we meet again, keep your heart open and your mind enchanted.